Hello there. The small British town of Boston is the last place in the UK where a majority of people think leaving the EU is a good idea. But why is that? Because you can see half-timbered houses, a large Gothic church in the city centre, a hospital with good job opportunities, and if you believe the images in the University of Lincoln's image film, you get the impression of an idyllic summer paradise and the place in Boston, which is an ordinary small English town at the east coast of the island. But if you spend more time with a little town of 35,000, you will find out almost as quickly what else Boston stands for. In the mid-90s, for example, the place was considered the city where most Britons were overweight. In 2016, Boston had the highest homicide rate in England and Wales, even higher than in London, and that same year 76% of voters there voted in favor of Brexit. That's more than anywhere else on the island. The British have not officially been a member of the EU for around 3 years now. In the meantime, however, more and more people are apparently doubting whether they made the right decision in the referendum. According to the recently published Unheard Britain 2023 survey, the majority of people in Scotland, England, and Wales now believe that leaving the EU is wrong. The only and last exception is Boston. There, 41% of those surveyed continue to believe that leaving the EU was the right decision, while 37% are now opposed to Brexit. But why is the mood against the European Union particularly strong there? If you want to understand the pro-Brexit mood, you have to take a closer look at the economic situation in the county of Lincolnshire and in Boston. Almost a third of the jobs in the city come from agriculture. The Boston area is considered the breadbasket of Britain. 30% of all British vegetables come from there, as does 18% of poultry production. A crucial turning point in Boston's history came in 2004 when 10 new states joined the EU. In the years that followed, many people from Portugal, Poland, or the Baltic states came to the area to work in agriculture. In 2011, Boston was the place in the UK with the highest percentage of migrants from Eastern Europe. In just 7 years, the proportion had increased almost sixfold. And the problem with this was the numerous EU foreigners in Boston apparently never really arrived. In an integration ranking by the conservative think tank Policy Exchange from the year of the Brexit vote, Boston landed in last place nationwide. The mood in the city has been correspondingly hostile ever since. A local politician from the Brexit party, UKIP, told the German magazine Spiegel in 2016, "They come here and the first thing they do is apply for social housing and then other social benefits." But there is a second version of the story that sounds different than a place that is said to be suffering from foreign infiltration. The immigrants saved the city. That's what economics professor Ian Barnes from the University of Lincoln told the German newspaper Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung in 2015. One has become dependent on cheap labor from abroad, especially in agriculture, since many locals no longer want the jobs. Between 2012 and 2019, per capita income in Lincolnshire increased from £19,630 to nearly £23,900. But the truth is that this places the region in the lower half of Great Britain. In fact, the city's unemployment rate has more often been below than above the national average. "We came here for a better life, we work hard, we pay taxes, we shop." That was said by a Polish resident in Boston in 2016, also to the Spiegel, and he instead criticized the city's English population. "They don't want to work at all, they only apply for social benefits," he said. And that is something that is not absolutely improbable, because most of the people watching here will at least know the UK, will know what it means to be on the dole. And I know that it is very probable that a lot of people would prefer to stay on the dole instead of working in agriculture. Look here, when we have asparagus season or whatever, most people harvesting here will come from Eastern Europe, because I don't know many German people who want to do that job. It's a very hard job. And we have to be grateful for these people. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.